Hello everyone, I'm here today to share with you guys another round of decluttering. Wow, couldn't brush your hair this morning. Cool. And we're not just doing any declutter, my friends. No, we are following the whole Marie Kondo method of decluttering, which is a little bit more intense, but I did it last time to my closet. I really liked it. So I thought it would be a good idea to use the methods that Marie Kondo talks about with her decluttering and tidying up and apply it to my basement, which is currently a giant disaster zone. We're doing a big renovation on our basement, so we need to get this decluttering done anyway, and I will be doing a full video on that renovation process and show you guys the decorating and all that fun stuff. Very excited about it. But before I can get to that, I first must declutter. So I hope you guys find this video helpful. Hopefully this basement declutter goes according to my plans. Give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on new videos. Every single Saturday, every weekend, lots of good stuff going on. And without further ado, let's get into this. So before we actually head downstairs, I first want to talk quickly about what the Marie Kondo method kind of is. I wanted to talk about it and how I'm applying it to the basement. I have to get the basement in particular decluttered now. So we're gonna treat it like an apartment. It's got every category in it, so it's kind of the same thing. Step 1, commit yourself to tidying up. Yes, we've got 2 days, we got babysitters. Let's go. And by we, I mean Chris and I. We are both cleaning up this basement. I'm not tackling that alone. Number 2, imagine your ideal lifestyle. So you have to envision what you see in that space, and that is really the motivating factor to kind of keep you going, which I totally get. So we got that covered as well. We have kind of envisioned what that space is gonna look like. We love having our family and friends over. We're sort of like the hub spot for all of our family, which is awesome. So I want a place down there for like a guest bedroom, bathroom, a play area for the kids. I have pinned like 4,000 different finished basements. It's insane. Got that covered. And then the next step is doing all of the decluttering first before you go in and organizing everything, which again makes sense because why would you go in and tidy things if you're just gonna declutter them? And in the decluttering process, you wanna go by category. So she has very specific categories in a very specific order. I have a checklist of like what's in each of these categories so I can follow that as closely as possible. And then of course the classic rule, which is asking yourself if any of these items spark joy. Obviously that's not gonna apply to everything, i.e. if you have, you know, like a crib in the basement, like the crib isn't necessarily going to spark joy, but if you're planning on having more kids, you kind of need to have that around. But it's a good rule in that it helps you to focus, especially when it comes to like the sentimental objects, on the things that really mean something to you and utilizing them in your home in some way instead of stuffing them into a box in the basement if you don't have to. And with all of that covered, let's go to the basement. Oh boy, you guys are in for a treat. This is gonna be interesting. Wow, okay, this is super embarrassing. So this is the first part. This is our pantry over in this area. More stuff, freezer, fridge, boxes, more stuff, old lights. All the kids' toys are over here. Sometimes they like to explore and look through all the old toys and things that they used to play with, or we like put them on rotation. Then we have a ship. I don't know why we have a ship. Let's turn on a light so you guys can see more of the mess. So we have a big pile of stuff in the middle. I don't even know what it is. Stuff over here, typically this has stuff for birthdays. I don't know why, but it's usually open because, you know, birthdays. And then over here, Chris and his friends play Dungeons and Dragons. So they have their like little setup in the corner here. But yeah, oh, there's more jackets over here. Wow, good job looking for all your clothes, Rach. So yeah, that is what we're working with in the beginning. Oh, wish us luck. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to clear out a spot. I think it'll be like right in this general area where we can sort things. And I think we're going to put donations all in this general area and we'll sort boxes one at a time here. I don't really know at this point. We're just going to kind of test things until we find something that works. Like honestly, there are boxes here that I don't even know if we've opened since we moved. Oh, we are actually flying through all of the clothing stuff because I did a fairly recent, like in the last 6 months or so, purge of all of the kids' clothes. So I just kept the ones that I love, are still in good shape and I can use for future children. So that's what these bins are for. They have already been sorted and organized. That helped a lot today. Very proud of myself so far. In that I haven't done much other than confirm the things that I had set aside for donations as already donations. But you know what? I'm crushing it. Keep pile, donate pile. Oh, The early hours are always the best, am I right? Already broke one thing, everyone. Good for me. Oh, snow globe. Fortunately, no one was hurt, just the snow globe. Okay, I think that all of the clothing is done. Clothing, shoes, accessories. I think we're good. So now we're gonna go on to books. So that's children's books, that's my books, anything that's book related. Before we go into the papers, now I have like a little bin of books, but again, we did it like we did 6 months ago. We just did a random declutter. It just wasn't enough. So I did get rid of a lot of books there. Papers and miscellaneous is going to be our downfall. Like all the books that I have left, I listen to a lot of them, or I don't know, I give them to friends and family. Ooh, strength finders. But I should really be donating a lot of these because I've already gone through them 1,000 times, and yeah, don't need them. Look at our pile of donations, everyone. Oh, this feels so good to have it like organized in one general area. 5 minutes later, the books are sorted because all of the kids' books are all upstairs, and that will need to be dealt with, and something that is on the to-do list, but right now, basement books only. So now we have to go on to papers. So these are things that we have kept that's not memorabilia related, but just papers in general. So I'm gonna see if I can find all of that stuff and put it in one general pile. That'll be fun. Receipts, old papers and files, and also didn't realize, but all of the wrapping paper and everything is also considered to be papers, so we got a lot of that. I'm struggling with all the papers and everything because a lot of it is like also sentimental stuff, so I'm trying to focus on just the paper stuff, but it's really hard to differentiate because they're all kind of in the same area, and oftentimes they're even in the same box. So it's been a bit of a struggle. Oh my gosh, we were just babies. Now I'm just rolling a bunch of ribbon. I didn't realize that I had so many like just gift bags and ribbon and all these other, like, oh, this could take forever. All right, now we are on to the personal and sentimental stuff, which is probably going to be the most time consuming. So I have like a bunch of boxes behind me of stuff that I've been going through, and now it's into like letters from my Opa and just, you know, all those things that it's going to take time for me to figure out how I want, what I want to keep and why I want to keep it and all those different things. So it's tough, but like the way I've been doing it is like, if I look at it and smile, then I keep it, because every time I go back, it means I'm going to keep going back and smiling at it. If it's something that's like, oh, that was nice, but like whatever, then it's something that gets recycled or something that gets donated and has a better home. But that has been working pretty well for me so far, but I know it's gonna get a lot harder now. So I have a whole bunch of stuff here from a trip that I took to Europe. I spent a month in Europe, and honestly, like, I don't want to keep any of this, and I feel terrible about that, but like, it doesn't bring me joy to see these. I have pictures. I don't need any of this. Does anyone else feel like that when you do any of these declutters and you just find like a stack of stuff and you're like, wow, what a trip. And then like years later, you're like, I don't need any of this stuff anymore. Really proud of myself, guys. I went through 2 bins of sentimental personal stuff and I combined it into 1 bin. Now I just realized I have 1 more bin to go through. I just found a notebook full of old math notes, and I am getting stressed just looking at it, so I had to get rid of it because it still has a nice notebook right here. Just looking through all my notes on economics. Yes, get it, Rachel. I honestly feel like I just have this because I worked so hard on economics. I worked so hard on this, guys. I ended up with like an 86. This entire bin was full, and I got it down to just this stuff that I'm like super proud of and things I worked really hard on. But that's it. That's all I want to keep. So proud of myself, guys. I was like, okay, I only have my university notes left and then I'm done. And then I just saw another box, and it's one of those like really long boxes. I have so much more still to do. I wish I could show you a lot of this stuff, but it has like people's names on it and like where I went to school and, you know, just like, stuff like that. So it's not even, and honestly, none of it's that interesting. Oh my gosh. But like, I feel like we're making some good progress. Like, I'll show you guys what we have right now in terms of like boxes and everything. A bunch of stuff to shred. We have all of our boxes here of things that we are donating. A bunch of empty boxes here. We're like sorting up the toys as well. Got some stuff on the wall still, but we're getting there. We're getting there. It's turned into a big sentimental mess. Look at this. Look at little baby Rach Loves. Oh, the braces and everything. So proud of this. It's a proud moment right here. Okay, we took a quick break, put the kids to bed. It is now 7:30 and I have brought up my giant bag of sentimentals to, not bags, giant box of sentimental stuff, and I'm just kind of going through it. I'm doing things a little bit out of order, but I felt motivated to do it, and I know part of the reason that there's a specific order to it is because most people find sentimental things the hardest to get rid of, and usually if you have the momentum from clearing all the other stuff, you can kind of follow through with the sentimental stuff as well. But a lot of my paper stuff was mixed in with my sentimentals, so I just sort of started getting through all that stuff together versus separating it out. Felt like it was going to be more time consuming to me. So I figured this is my last box of sentimental stuff. Might as well just get it done. I'm going to watch a show, just relax and hang out and get this part done so that we can go on to day 2, which will be the toys, the kitchen stuff, the decor box. We still haven't finished that. And yeah, that's going to be interesting. So see you guys day 2. All right, we're back for day 2, which is technically only afternoon 2 because I finished filming a video on my makeup channel and we are down here and we figured we might as well tackle these like big wooden things that are right at the base of the stairs. This is actually going to end up being a storage closet, but we want to kind of get it organized and sorted. But it's just a lot of like miscellaneous stuff, a lot of extra stuff like diapers and things that we've accumulated over the years. And it also happens to fit into the next category in the Marie Kondo decluttering tactic method thing. That didn't make any sense. Which is just a lot of miscellaneous stuff. So it's kitchens, bathrooms, office. It's all that extra junk that you have accumulated over the course of time, which is what all of this is. And we're gonna see how much we can accomplish in a couple of hours before dinner time, because you know what? Sometimes you just gotta take the time that is given to you. So let's get into this. Have so many diapers and like diaper genie refills, and I have stuff from my sister, and I have like from her baby shower this like diaper cake type, that not a real cake, and just a lot of extra stuff that we buy obviously in bulk because you can never run out of it, but now you have to find a place for it because like we're gonna use it eventually. This doesn't bring me joy, but it's kind of a necessity. Now it's a little bit more organized. We just basically need to keep it in, like obviously like this is all diapers and diaper genie stuff. Like we're not using it, but this is just to hold it here until we have to take it upstairs for renovations. So at least now we know where everything is and we've cut down significantly, which is great. And then Chris is going to handle all of this because it's all mostly like wires and stuff, and I'm gonna go and handle the decor. And I'm back, and I look different than the last time you saw me. We ended up going upstairs just because our babysitter needed to leave, so we kind of cut the day short, but we got some stuff done with the front area and getting just it organized so we know where everything is. So we're back at it this morning. We have the whole day. This is final day, day 3. I cannot commit more than 3 days to clearing out this basement, so let's make it happen. So now I'm actually gonna get to the boxes that are over here and just start decluttering all of the stuff, all of the kitchen and bathroom and I don't even decor stuff that I keep saying that I'm gonna do and I haven't gotten to yet. So let's just dive into it. found, or really Chris found it. There is like Barbie hairstyler from when I was little. Oh my gosh. And Backstreet Boys. Oh, Age of Empires. Yes. Oh, this is great. Yeah, I used to be a gamer. Savage Garden. Wow. All Stars 2000. These are CDs, everyone. That's what they look like. I wish I had something to play them. I'm living for this. Living for this. Some packages of like just art supplies that I just brought downstairs because they were clogging up the upstairs, and now I have to deal with them. That's the only problem with doing that with the basement. You're like, oh, I'll deal with it later. But now I actually have to deal with it. I managed to turn like 3 bins of kitchen stuff into 1 and 3 bins of decor stuff into like that tiny little bit. I am making incredible progress here, everyone. Feeling really good about myself. This is all of the kids stuff. I know my kids and my mother-in-law are going to be doing some cleaning of this this morning, which is awesome. And then Chris and I are going to finish it up this afternoon. But I just want to show you guys before the kids come downstairs what this monstrosity looks like. Progress report. This is all the stuff we are donating thus far. I am stoked. Feeling good about the declutter. I enjoy declutters though, so like this whole thing is like right up my alley. Now shifting over from this area to all the kids stuff. Update time. So what has been really hard for me is just trying to figure out what to get rid of, because oftentimes like we'll have big sets for like trains or small animals and blocks and things like that. So it's been really tough to figure out what I want to get rid of. Another thing, my mother-in-law's a teacher, and so she said to get these type of bags. They're like giant Ziploc bags, and use these to store all the kids' toys in the basement. And she said she used that in her classroom and it just made a huge difference. So we are trying that. So for a bunch of their toys and stuff that we're keeping. And I know one of Marie Kondo's things is to involve whose ever stuff it is, involve them in the process, which I've tried to do with the kids. It's just hard because they want to keep everything. They're 3 and 5, so it's really tough for them to decide what they want and what they don't want. So I've been making little decisions here and there based on what I know they play with and what I know they don't play with, and just kind of doing that for them so they're not exhausted trying to do this whole process. But I can see how you'd want to do that with older kids and really get them involved in knowing what they want to get rid of and what they don't. But that has been a struggle. I hear something beeping. Hold on. Where is it coming from? Oh no, now I have to go through this. This is the problem with kids' toys. Sometimes they turn on and then they break. Okay, so we have some semblance of order. Like, this is still an absurd number of toys for a kid, like way too many, but at least now I feel better about knowing what I have, and then I can bring out one bag at a time and have the kids pull out what they want to keep and what they don't want to keep. So I feel a lot better about it. It's definitely not to the space that I want it to be, but I feel like now I'm okay with the kids coming in and like deciding what they want to keep, i.e. this. Do they want to keep this? I feel like not. Probably just gonna put that in the donate bin. Honestly, credit is where credit is due. Chris crushed this. This is mostly his stuff and he got rid of almost everything. Wow, my hero. Can we just talk for a minute that I totally just changed my shirt because my original shirt had sawdust all over it. Not even sawdust, basement dust. But now I want to talk to you guys a little bit about how this whole thing went. This whole experience, like it really started out very, like as much as I could, very Marie Kondo, very specific to
the way that she laid everything out, and then everything like snowballed. I really tried to stay on track with everything, but I felt like I needed to continue it my own way. Has anyone else done that when you start out with that particular method and then you sort of adjust it to the circumstances? Is that a normal thing that other people do? But I feel like we accomplished so much, guys. Like, wait until you see, like, I'm gonna put up on the screen, this is how much we are donating. That includes the table, the chairs, the coffee table, like all these other things, because we are doing a full like redecorating of the basement, which I'm really, really excited about. I will be filming it. Nothing is going in the garbage. This is all being donated. So I'm really happy about this. Everything's gonna go to a really good home. It feels really good to know where everything is, that everything that I'm keeping, it's all things that I want to keep and that I'm happy to keep. And it's really just the kids' toys that I'm sort of, it feels like a lot. And really what I need to do is take all of the kids' toys and just do a big purge all at once with all their toys upstairs as well as downstairs. We just need to get the basement decluttered, so it sort of was modified a bit. But I do think that would help a lot just to kind of gauge what I'm working with here, because these are more toys than my children will ever need ever. Like, this is enough for an entire village. So here we have the before and after footage for you guys so you can see what it's looking like now, all prepped and ready for the renovation. I'm very happy with everything, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is honestly the biggest declutter I have ever done, ever. I'm so proud of myself. Plus I feel lighter. Like, I feel lighter, especially when all this stuff, I don't know what this move was. Is that me being lighter? And plus, when all this stuff is out of the house, it's going to feel real, you know? Like, I don't know. I get very excited about declutters. I never get the anxiety that a lot of people do. I'm just like, yes, get rid of it. But let me know what other places I should do a declutter on. I'm thinking Chris and I might do a full overhaul declutter of the kitchen as well, and like reorganize and resort like pantries and all that stuff. So let me know what you guys think of that. Make sure you check out the videos on the side in case you have missed any, and also the first Marie Kondo video that I did decluttering my closet. You can go and check that out, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos every Saturday. And that's everything. I hope you guys are having an awesome weekend, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Love you all. Mwah.